Hi everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Now, in the last couple of days, we've been busy over the Dusty Wheel with the Wat Song Parody Challenge. So if you've missed the semifinals, I've linked both of them down below in the description box. You folks can catch up on them. Now, the finale is tomorrow at noon Eastern. That's Saturday, April 16th at 12 Eastern, where we're going to take the final 16 contestants and pare them down to one winner. And there's all kinds of great prizes, a lot of great fun interaction with the fandom. We have a couple of special guests as well, so make sure you don't miss that. I've left a link to that live stream down below too. It's a whole lot of fun. Now, what are we here to talk about? Well, even though we're having fun on another channel right now, it doesn't mean the news stops. So we have a couple of different castings that have come out in the last couple of days. One of them is a fan favorite, and one of them, I think, has a lot to do with world building, and it involves a famous character from another franchise. So we're going to talk about both those things today. So if you're new to the channel and you don't know what we do here, we cover Wheel of Time show news. So anything and everything to do with Wheel of Time, that's what we talk about, whether it be castings, leaks, official news, or the occasional set video and set pictures, we talk about them too. Speaking of which, in the next 24 hours or so, I should have another video out with an actual set video from Morocco for you folks. This is taken by a local, so it's something I can absolutely share, and the sets are pretty much wide open there, so it's not a closed set situation where we can't showcase it. So, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Click that notification bell, because when that video drops, you're going to actually be able to see video and pictures of the sets in Morocco, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. I have them right now, and they're pretty cool. Anyway, so before we get into the video today, I'm going to have to give a slight spoiler warning, because I'm also going to talk about where I think these two characters are going to fit into Season 2 of Sony and Amazon's Wheel of Time show. So, spoiler warning. If you haven't read the first 3 books of the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan, that's The Eye of the World, The Great Hunt, and The Dragon Reborn, as well as watch the first season of Sony and Amazon's Wheel of Time show, be forewarned, I'm going to ruin minor plot points and character arcs from all of that, because we have to talk about where I think these two characters are going to fit into the show. You've been warned. Alright, let's get on to the video. Alright, so as reported by Wotseries.com, Julian Lewis-Jones is joining the cast of Season 2 as Bayle Domon. Yes, fan favorite, smuggler, pirate, traitor, bad guy with a heart of gold, Bayle Domon. And I, for one, am pretty happy about that, and most of the fandom is too. So I've left a link to the article down below in the description box if you folks want to take a look at it after you've watched the video, and make sure you bookmark Wotseries.com's page, because they come out with all kinds of really great Wheel of Time news, leaks, exclusives, and they haven't been wrong yet. So make sure you check back quite often with them. Now, Julian Lewis-Jones is an actor that was born in Bangor, Wales in 1968, and he's been acting since 1995. So he has a ton, and I'm saying an absolute ton, of acting experience under his belt. In fact, if you take a look at his IMDb page, the list of things he's been in is longer than my last Costco receipt. It's absolutely nuts. Now, he's been in everything from actions to thrillers to dramas, you name it, he's done it. But things you probably recognize him from or remember him from are Invictus, the Justice League, so he played the ancient Atlantean king of the Justice League, and Torchwood. I know Torchwood is a little obscure, maybe not everyone has seen it, but I really, really enjoyed that show. It was one of my favorite shows when I was younger, and I mean, it hasn't been on for a very long time now, but he was really good in that too. He was only in one episode, but it was pretty cool. Now, how is he going to fit into Season 2? Well, we really don't know, because, let's face it, when Season 1 rolled around and we didn't get Bayle Domon, a lot of people were very upset. Essentially, how it worked was, in the Eye of the World, after Shader Logoth, Rand, Matt, and Tom were separated from the group, and instead of, in the show, when they kind of went on the road and went to the Grindelwald's farm, and then got separated from Tom there, they went down to the river, and they brought the Trollocs down to the river, and they met the Spray, which is Bayle Domon's boat. They jumped on the Spray. Bayle Domon then thought the Trollocs were chasing him, because Shadowspawn had been chasing him on and off, due to the fact that he was maybe holding a few items that they were interested in, and he just assumed they were after him at that point, and he took off along with Rand, Matt, and Tom. Now, Rand, Matt, and Tom ended up paying for their passage, losing the coins Moraine gave them, and, you know, that's where we got to see the effects of the dagger on Matt for the very first time, the effects of channeling on Rand for probably the first or second time in the series. There's a lot of very important things that happened on that boat ride, including setting up Bayle's character for much later. We didn't get to see any of that. So how is he going to fit into Season 2? Well, we have a few different guesses here. We know that the tail end of Season 2 is going to center around Falme. We've seen that from set pictures, set videos, including some of the stuff I'm going to show you in the next video in the next day or so. So we know that Falme is going to happen. We do not know if Tyr is going to happen. We think it is. We think the events of Tyr may happen or may be integrated somehow, but we're not entirely sure. The things we absolutely know for sure is that at the beginning of Season 2, Rand is by himself. Perrin is with the two girls, Nynaeve and Egwene, and Matt is near the tower. Now, we're probably going to see Egwene and Nynaeve go to the tower themselves, because we know that Elaine Tracan is being introduced in episode 1 of season 2 in the tower, so they're probably going to meet her there. I believe Perrin is going on the hunt for the horn. That's my guess. I don't think Rand's going to be part of that. I think Rand will probably meet Selene on the road and then get introduced to power a little bit more there. The fact that he's the dragon, come to terms with that, so to speak. How they're all going to meet and intermingle with each other, it's anyone's guess, realistically. But I think Bayle Domon is going to play a big part in that. He's going to ferry some people to different points in the world. I think we're probably going to cut out the ways in season 2. They were showcased a little bit in season 1. It was kind of cool. But at this point, I believe they're probably going to think it's old hat. We've already done that. Let's do something a little bit different for season 2. So maybe either the ways or the portal stone will be completely cut out, and Bayle Domon will be the person involved in ferrying people to Falme or to Tyr or back and forth in between in some way, shape, or form. I don't know how it's going to work, but that's my guess anyway. So let me know in the comments down below what you folks think. How do you think Bayle Domon's going to fit into season 2? Do you think he's still going to be captain of the Spray, or will he be maybe an innkeeper or something completely different? We really don't know. We really don't have much idea of how he's going to fit in, but let me know your thoughts on that. Now let's get on to the next casting. All right, as reported by Reddit user MolochDhalgren, Katie Leung is joining season 2 of Sony and Amazon's Wheel of Time show. Now, Wotseries.com also retweeted this and talked about it a little bit on Twitter, and they're doing up an article as we speak, and you should see that in the next day or so. So if you want to read that, make sure you bookmark their page and go there. I've left a link to MolochDhalgren's Reddit down below, and again, we still have that link to Wotseries if you want to go take a look what they are. Now, Katie Leung, she's an actress that started acting in 2005, and you probably know the character she played as Cho Chang from the Harry Potter series. So she was in every Harry Potter movie pretty much from 2005 all the way to the Deathly Hallows Part 2 when it finished, and she's been in a bunch of other stuff since. So she's a fantastic actress, but other than Harry Potter, she's probably best known for White Dragon. Now, White Dragon is a streaming show that involved a couple of other Wheel of Time cast. Now, she played Lao Chen in this show, and she also acted alongside of Thomas Jahing, who played Lord Eldmar in the Wheel of Time, and Kay Alexander, who's playing Min. So pretty neat. Now, she's joining the cast in season 2 as a character that is not really in the current timeline. Now, they're in the current age, but they're not really in, I guess you'd say, modern day Randland. So I don't really exactly know how they're going to fit in, but we're going to speculate just a little bit on that. It's reported that she's playing a character by the name of Yasika. Now, if you look up Yasika, you do get one character in the Wheel of Time. Now, I had to go to my trusty Wheel of Time companion to do this because there's 2,782 named characters, and I had no bloody idea who Yasika was. But the companion says that Yasika Keliak is an ancient scholar and Aes Sedai of the Brown Aja who held that incomplete knowledge is better than complete ignorance. That sounds exactly like something a Brown sister would say. So my guess is she's probably going to be an instructor in the tower that'll teach Nynaeve, Egwene, and Elaine classes. That's my guess anyway. Although I really have no idea. Maybe there'll be a flashback to her. Maybe it'll actually show her character. Although from what we've seen so far in the series, they've taken other characters and have amalgamated them together to do a bunch of different roles. So my guess is that she may be either their only instructor or one of their only instructors in the tower, and she'll have a minor role in a couple of different episodes teaching them, and that might be all we see of her in the show, although it is entirely possible that she comes back as a recurring character too. We really just don't have enough information to make that judgment at this point in time. So let me know what you folks think in the comments down below. Now, do you think that she's playing an instructor in the tower? Am I way off base there? Do you think that maybe it'll be a flashback to something else? And do you think that she'll be a recurring character and show up more than just an episode or two in season 2? Will she come back again longer? Who knows? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Now, make sure, I'm going to say this once again, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell, because in the next 24 hours or so, I'm going to release a video with set videos and set pictures of the actual shooting in Morocco. And I'm pretty excited to do that because it's not often we can actually release stuff like that, because it's from a closed set or it's from people who are working on the show. We can't reveal it because it's considered damaging to Amazon's IP, and they own that. But where this is an open air set and anyone with a camera can walk around and take pictures and film and video of it, we're completely free to share that stuff. So I'm pretty excited to share that with you folks. So make sure you have that notification bell turned on. All right. Thank you so very much for sticking with me here at the very end. Here's to many more.